Our story starts in the land of Oz, where a dutiful and righteous man who goes by the name of Job lived. His life was one full of blessings. With 7 sons and 3 daughters, his family was picture perfect. He also had plenty of riches, including thousands of sheep and camels, hundreds of oxen and donkeys, and more than just a handful of servants. Believing in sharing the gifts the Lord bestowed upon him, Job would often hold feasts on special occasions, inviting his sisters, community members, and others. Everything seemed to be a dream come true until the fateful moment God called the angels to present themselves, and Satan came along.
Where have you come from?
From roaming throughout the earth, going back and forth on it.
Have you considered my servant Job? There is no one on earth like him. He is blameless and upright, a man who fears God and shuns evil.
You have blessed the work of his hands, so that his flocks and herds are spread throughout the land. But now, stretch out your hand and strike everything he has, and he will surely curse you to your face.
Very well then. Everything he has is in your power, but on the man himself you will not lay a finger.
One peaceful day as Job sat, a messenger arrived with dreadful news. Marauding Sabaeans had attacked, slaughtering the oxen and donkeys, leaving devastation in their wake. Meanwhile, a second messenger brought word of a raging fire that engulfed Job's sheep, leaving only sorrowful ashes behind. And then, another messenger arrived, reporting the ruthless plundering of Job's camels by the Chaldeans, leaving him reeling from yet another devastating blow. As Job's heart weighed heavy with grief, the final blow struck like a thunderbolt. A mighty wind, born of the desert's fury, swept through his son's abode, shattering its very foundation. Job, stricken with grief and disbelief, tore his robe, shaved his head, and fell to the ground in worship. Despite the unfathomable loss, he uttered words of faith and surrender.
The Lord gave, and the Lord has taken away. May the name of the Lord be praised.
It didn't even stop there. Satan also cursed Job with painful sores from head to toe, and Job could only soothe them by scraping himself with broken pottery. His wife was baffled, even asking him,
"Are you still maintaining your integrity? Curse God already and die."
Job's friends Eliphaz the Temanite, Bildad the Shuhite, and Zophar the Naamathite set out to visit him, only to start weeping and faltering under the heaviness of what had befallen their just and kind friend. Fighting his despair and almost losing, Job started wishing he was never born.
Why did I not perish at birth and die as I came from the womb?
After some time, even Job's friends left him on his own, questioning his personality and integrity, and even questioning if God had really abandoned him. Job cried out,
"How long will you torment me and crush me with words?"
In the midst of his despair, however, the Lord asked Job some things to reveal a deeper truth.
Who is this that obscures my plans with words without knowledge? Brace yourself like a man. I will question you, and you shall answer me. Where were you when I laid the earth's foundations? Tell me if you understand.
It was like a sip of cold water on the hottest of summer days. It was like Job came back to his senses and felt an ever-strong urge to preserve and keep the faith.
I know that my Redeemer lives and that in the end he will stand on the earth. And after my skin has been destroyed, yet in my flesh I will see God. I myself will see him with my own eyes. I and not another. How my heart yearns within me.
After God spoke to Job, God addressed Eliphaz the Temanite and his companions, expressing his displeasure at their false words about him, unlike his faithful servant Job. To atone, God instructed Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar to bring 7 bulls and 7 rams for a burnt offering. They were to present these offerings before Job and seek his intercession and prayer. Eliphaz, Bildad, and Zophar promptly obeyed God's command, presenting the offerings to Job as directed. God accepted Job's prayer on behalf of his friends, and in response restored his fortune twofold, abundantly blessing him. Those who had shunned Job during his trials now gathered around him, offering him comfort, consolation, and support. In the latter years of his life, Job witnessed an abundance of blessings from God, with 14,000 sheep, 6,000 camels, and a vast herds of oxen and donkeys. His prosperity surpassed even his former wealth. Moreover, Job was blessed with 7 sons and 3 daughters, each more beautiful than the last. Job lived to a ripe old age of 240 years and passed away peacefully, leaving behind a legacy of faith, resilience, and the enduring blessings of God.